Good evening. On the World News tonight from BGI Television, first the headlines. FG pledges collaboration with Bauchi government on mining developments. FG to investigate Chief of Naval Staff, Minister. Why electricity supply dropped nationwide? Power Minister. Governor Dapo sacrificed me because of Yayi. Ex-Speaker. Bullion vans carry money from government houses to BDCs. Ex-Deputy Governor. And on sports, Eagles vow to devour Lions in last 16 clash. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. The news in detail. The federal government, through the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, has pledged collaboration on mining development with Bauchi, as it commended the state government for its commitment to developing the vast mineral resources. Speaking while receiving the state delegation led by Governor Bala Mohammed on Friday, Alake expressed satisfaction with the renewed interest of federating units in developing the mining sector, stressing that it is in tandem with the renewed old agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. In his remarks, Governor Mohammed congratulated Dr. Alake on his appointment, asserting that he is a square peg in a square hole. Your pedigree is what we want to create in terms of human capital development for leadership. We have been following your activities since you assumed office, and we can boldly say you are doing your best to reform the mining sector and give it the needed visibility. We are happy with what you are doing, the governor added. Highlighting the effort of the state on mining development, the governor revealed that the state has visited its solid minerals policy, now christened Natural Resources Policy, which encapsulates the framework for partnership with the federal government. The governor, while noting the partnership of the ministry with Nasarawa State, which culminated in the establishment of lithium factories, made a case for similar support for Bauchi to develop what he described as its vast metallic minerals, including lithium. In his response, the minister stated that the need for Nigeria to diversify the economy and the transition to clean energy by the global community necessitated the shift in focus to the development of solid minerals by the present administration. Minister of State for Defense Bello Matawali on Friday said the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, will be investigated over allegations published in an online news medium that he allegedly used his position to aid oil tips. The minister stated these in a press release issued by Ensho Obuke, Director of Information, Press and Public Relations, Ministry of Defense. The minister said that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has zero tolerance for corruption in the public service. Matawali apt on thorough investigation, saying that it was imperative to emphasize the need for a thorough and impartial investigation to ascertain the truth of these claims. In the light of the allegations, we assure the public that the Ministry of Defense will collaborate fully with relevant authorities to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the matter. We remain committed to the principles of due process and fairness, ensuring that findings will be based on concrete evidence and legal stance. The Minister of Power, Bayo, has opened up on why electricity supply is reduced nationwide. Adelabu blamed gas constraint on thermal generating companies for the drop in power supply nationwide. This was disclosed in a statement on Friday by Bolaji Tunji, Special Advisor, Strategic Communication and Media Relations to the Minister of Power. He said the federal government is working to ensure outstanding payments are made to power generation companies to resolve the declining electricity supply. This is mainly due to a decreased gas supply to generation companies. This situation has led to a lower level of energy supply to load centers, affecting the electricity supply to distribution companies. This will also enable distribution companies to supply more electricity to Nigerians. We acknowledge the unsustainable situation and expect a turnaround immediately. The impeached Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Olakunle Oluomo, has expressed disappointment in the lack of intervention from Governor Dapo and the leadership of the All Progressive Congress APC, which he had expected. Oluomo broke his silence 3 days after being impeached by 18 lawmakers asserting that he remains the Speaker and is going to challenge the impeachment procedure in court. Addressing the press conference at his quarters on Friday, Oluomo described the impeachment as dramatic and revealed that he chose to leave the premises for the governor's office when it commenced. According to him, he has waited for the party's leadership to intervene without success. This, I have decided to take the matter to the court. Despite describing Governor Abiodun as his benefactor and expressing gratitude for endorsing his candidacy for the speakership twice, Oluomo emphasized the need for justice. He, however, lamented that Governor sacrificed him because of his closeness to Senator Solomon Abiola, popularly called Yayi, whom he described as a close friend. Impeached on Tuesday and replaced by Oludaisi Elemide, a lawmaker representing Odeda constituency, Oluomo accused aggrieved lawmakers of terrorizing him since the beginning of his second term. I remain Speaker of the Assembly. Responding to allegations of financial misappropriation, Oluomo stated that he has records of transactions between him and the members of the House. Professor Hafiz Abubakar has made a revelation about the wrath in Nigeria's economy. The former deputy governor of Kano State said bullion vans go to the government houses to carry money to bureau de change in broad daylight. Abubakar stated this during the 21st Daily Trust Dialogue held on Thursday at NAV Conference Center in Abuja. The event was themed Tinubu's Economic Reforms, Gainers and Losers. Information reported that Nigeria is battling with its worst Naira depreciation crisis, with the local currency exchanging at 1,400 Naira to a dollar at the parallel market as of Thursday, January 25th, 2024. There has been an alleged arbitrage in the foreign exchange market, with the Bureau de Change (BDC) operators allegedly at the center of the trade. Correspondent learned that the parallel market is the most important market for foreign exchange transactions. Speaking at the event, Hafiz Abubakar urged the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to provide a system that will sanitize the unwholesome practice in forex transactions, saying the practice involves a very big risk for the country. Many were reportedly killed when soldiers and gunmen clashed in two villages of Mangu, LGA of Plateau State on Saturday morning. The clash occurred after Governor Caleb Mutfwang relaxed the 24-hour curfew imposed on the area. Mutfwang had said following improvement of security, the curfew should be from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sources told correspondent that at about 30 gunmen were killed while some soldiers sustained injuries during the clash at Setguru and Tiak villages. A security operative who requested anonymity said that the incident occurred between 7 to 7:30 a.m. when the gunmen came in their numbers and started attacking some communities along Gendry Road. In no time, the soldiers were alerted and immediately responded. About 30 of the gunmen were killed and more than 50 of them were arrested with guns and ammunition. 4 soldiers were equally injured. Another source in the area, who also pleaded for anonymity, confirmed the incident, adding that people were still in fear. Spokesperson of Operation Safe Haven, a multi-security task force maintaining peace in the area, is yet to respond to the injuries by the soldiers. Still on the world news from BGI TV, the police command in Ogun says it is on the trail of abductors of the Lagos State Chapter Chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Mr. Philip Ayavoju, who was abducted on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Commissioner of Police CP in Ogun, Mr. Abiodun Alamutu, said this while speaking with newsmen in Abeokuta yesterday. The information recalls that Ayavoju was abducted by yet-to-be-identified persons on Thursday evening. He was abducted at Ogeri axis of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway alongside 9 other party members who were with him. They were said to be returning from the party stakeholders zonal caucus meeting held in Ibadan when they were abducted. Alamutu assured the police that the police would catch up with the abductors of the party chieftain. He said that the police had engaged the gunmen in gun duel, which forced the abductors to release 9 of the abducted while the PDP chairman was taken away. It is true they were kidnapped on Thursday evening at Ogere. Moving on to the next story. Combined troops of the 82nd Division of the Nigerian Army, Navy and Air Force in conjunction with the Nigerian Police and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps have discovered remains of 2 kidnapped police officers in the camp of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB and its armed affiliate Eastern Security Network. The discovery follows a raid of several camps of the IPOB ESN along Umololo, Umokele, Amosu, and Agbobo in Okigwe, local government area of Imo State. According to a statement put out by the army on Thursday, the troops stormed and destroyed hideout of the terrorists despite encountering several improvised explosive devices en route and cordoned off and searched several buildings used by the terrorists. The army noted that during the search, signs of terrorist activities, occult practices, and acts of cannibalism by the group were discovered. The troops also destroyed the IED making factory of the terrorists. The troops recovered rank badges of 2 policemen that were kidnapped along Enugu-Port Harcourt Road. Other items discovered include Biafran currencies, fake US dollar bills, Biafran Liberation Army t-shirts, and other Biafran insignia, military kit bags, cables used for IEDC detonation and access. 2 suspects were arrested, and the armed remains and charred remains of murdered policemen were recovered for proper burial. Also in Owerri Metropolis, troops on night patrol thwarted a kidnapping attempt by some suspected IPOB ESN terrorists. The troops engaged the criminals in gun duel, forcing them to abandon the victim. Men of the force recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, a magazine, a G3 rifle with mounted magazines, and the vehicle used by the terrorists. And to the foreign story. Israel has continued to launch attacks on Gaza, causing massive casualties despite the ruling of the International Court of Justice. According to Gaza's health ministry, additional 174 have been killed and 310 wounded since the court ordered Israel to desist from all acts of genocide in Gaza, including killing Palestinians and causing serious mental harm. On Friday, the court stated that Israel must take measures to prevent and punish incitement of genocide and take necessary steps to caution its military. The court had also ordered Israel to allow humanitarian aid into Gaza and other services to help civilians. Health authorities in Gaza had confirmed that 26,257 Palestinians have been killed, while about 65,000 were wounded since October 7th, as the death toll in Israel from the Hamas attack stands at 1,139. To end the world news is a sports story. Nigeria and Cameroon will renew their Africa Cup of Nations rivalry in the round of 16 clash of the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations at the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium today in Ivory Coast, Abidjan. The Eagles finished second behind Equatorial Guinea in Group A, while Rigobert Song's men relied on a late 3-2 comeback win against the Gambia to progress behind Senegal in Group C. The Eagles will be aiming to avoid another round of 16 AFCON exit as they were dumped out at this stage by Tunisia in the last edition in Cameroon. And in a bid to reach its first ever AFCON quarterfinal, Josep Peseiro has hinted that he will maintain the 3-4-3 formation that saw his team edge past both AFCON Ivory Coast and Guinea-Bissau by the odd goals. The system evolved to 5 defenders, 3 centre-backs and 2 full-backs when the team are defending to the frustration of other teams. Peseiro is expected to keep faith with mostly same players who have got the team to this stage of the competition. This means that the trio William Troost-Ekong, Ifit, Alex Iwobi, and Ademola Lookman are expected to be recalled to the starting lineup for the encounter. Speaking ahead of the game, Peseiro revealed that he won't be changing his team against the indomitable Lions. With the sports story, we've come to the end of today's world news. Before we go, some headlines. FG pledges collaboration with Bauchi government on mining developments. FG to investigate chief of naval staff. Why electricity supply dropped nationwide. Governor Dapo Abiodun sacrificed me because of Yayi. Bullion vans carry money from government houses to BDCs. On sports, AFCON. Eagles vow to devour Lions in last 16 encounter. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Babangagide Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial the phone number streaming on the screen. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Babila Lawa. Good evening.